Hi, this video is for anyone that feels like the current body positive movement applies to everyone else. So if you're someone that watches from the sidelines, intrigued as others embrace all the once hated parts of themselves, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Karen Spencer, IAWP Certified Wellness Coach, and today I want to discuss 3 things you can do if you are currently struggling with body image. Body image, or how we feel about our bodies, is important because it really can influence our self-esteem and even influence our overall wellness. Of course, this isn't a new issue. It's actually been around longer than us. The fairly recent body positive movement has gained a lot of momentum, and it is making it possible for individuals of all shapes and sizes to enjoy a much more positive body image, which is of course a wonderful thing. So if you are someone that identifies and really feels at home with the body positive movement, that's fantastic. I'm not suggesting you change a single thing. But what if you don't love your body? What if that entire concept feels elusive to you and feels like it's meant for everyone but you? Now, if you've spent a considerable amount of time disliking your body, it may not be realistic to just flip a switch and start loving every inch of yourself. Having a positive body image, though, shouldn't become another thing that you can't get quite right, or another unattainable goal. That's certainly not the point. In my experience, trying to love your body when you really don't still puts all the focus and energy on things like our weight and our size. It's certainly a different focus, but it's really just a different side to that same coin. I think the goal should be spending less time and energy worrying about the shape and size of our bodies so that we can free up valuable mental space for more important things in life. Things like truly taking care of ourselves, things like relationships, meaningful work, hobbies, our families. As humans, we tend to have this all or nothing way of thinking, and trying to go from disliking our body to completely loving it is another example of that all or nothing thinking. But often there's this forgotten middle ground, I think, where the best solutions are sometimes found. And here I think the middle ground might be try calling a ceasefire with your body and try to just remain neutral. Body neutrality is a more recent concept than body positivity, and it can be helpful for anyone struggling with body image. So if you struggled with fitting in with body positivity, here are 3 ways to work towards a body neutral mindset. Now, my first tip is to really focus on how your body feels, of course, as opposed to how it looks. So this is really what's going to tell us that there are things that your body needs. This is what's going to allow you to take care of yourself on a much deeper level than simply the shape or size of your body. I think I hear this a lot. People sometimes think that accepting our bodies means we won't take care of ourselves, but that's simply not true. Be aware of things like, is your body tired? Is it energetic? Does it need water? Does it want to move? Does it want to rest? Those are the things that's really going to allow you to take care of yourself. Learning how to identify the sensations in your body at any given moment can be really helpful. I think we spend so much time living really from the neck up that we've become disconnected to paying attention to the insight and wisdom that comes from our bodies. Now, if this seems like an easy step, great. But if you feel like you've lost touch with what your body might be trying to tell you, adopting a regular body scan meditation can be helpful. A body scan meditation is just a mindfulness technique that trains us to be aware of our bodies without trying to actually change anything. We really think of it as we just really simply allow the experience of how our body feels. So if this is new to you, it can be really helpful to find a guided body scan practice. There are lots of great ones out there. I will say if you go looking for one online, I recommend using the search term body scan mindfulness technique, body scan mindfulness technique. Use that as your search phrase, and that can yield some great guided practices. Most of them are probably going to range from like a few minutes to maybe over half an hour. I think 10 to 15 minutes is a great starting point. Now, the second thing I recommend is to focus on what your body has accomplished. So this can be simple everyday things or really big things. Anything from I can carry my own groceries inside. You managed to stay up all night with a sick child and you still made it to work the next day. Maybe you ran a marathon. It's all valid. So the next time you find yourself judging a part of your body, see if you can think of something that part of your body has accomplished, and go ahead and think it. Thinking of that and actually thanking that part of the body can be very helpful. I suggest encouraging others to do the same. So next time a friend or family member is criticizing their body, remind them of something it can do. Now, the third thing, and probably my favorite, is to act like your weight is the least interesting thing about you, because quite honestly, it is. I know we live in a weight obsessed culture, but this isn't about others' views. This is really about where you choose to put your time and energy. We're all much more interesting than our shape and the space that we take up. So think about, how would you show up in the world if you could really accept that your body was the least interesting thing about you? Where would you go? What would you say? What job would you have or pursue? What is something new you would try? What gifts and talents would you offer out into the world? Showing up like this really allows us to shift our energy to other parts of our life that we may have neglected. We tend to delay life until we look a certain way, but that really just keeps us stuck. So to recap, we talked about focusing on how your body feels, focusing on what your body can accomplish, and third, living like your weight is the least interesting thing about you. So hopefully at least one of these things resonated. I encourage you to think about when can you try out one of these things. I think all of them can be done without a lot of extra time and money. So hopefully you can try one out soon, maybe even today. Also consider who you can invite along on this body neutrality journey. Maybe a friend, and you guys can encourage each other. But really being patient with yourself can be helpful here. In some cases, you're trying to shift a deeply held belief, and that can certainly take some practice. I would love if you would leave a comment here letting me know what you tried and how it worked. And please share this video if you know someone that could benefit from its message.